Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is our day 21 and today we are going to learn classes and objects in object oriented programming. So classes, basically you can assume classes as frames for objects where each class will have multiple properties and methods. Classes can be created using class keyword and the name must be in Pascal naming convention where the first character of your class name must be capital. So here I have mentioned the syntax of classes. So you can initialize the class with using class keyword and the name of class. Here you must remember the first letter should be capital and then the code below lies inside of the body. So with that said, let's get started and let's get into classes.
Hey guys, so I am back with my computer and today we are going to learn a very interesting and most important concept considering object-oriented programming in Python. So from today onwards we are going to learn few concepts and basically all the concepts from in depth about object-oriented programming. So now today we are going to learn about classes and we are going to start our section with classes and we are going to learn about object oriented programming. Okay, so open Visual Studio Code and now here you can see this code. This is the code from my previous video. If you haven't watched it yet, then you can find the link in the I button now, and if you haven't accessed my Python programming playlist, then you can find the link in the description below. With that said, let me delete this code. Now here let us create a class. So basically what are classes? Classes are basically frameworks, you can say frameworks of objects. Okay, so you can create different objects in classes and classes will have different attributes. So just imagine you have a class animal. So each animal has ability to walk. Some fishes or some other ocean living animals or water living bodies have ability to swim. Then multiple animals have properties just like speed, then their eating habit, habitat and a lot. So there are multiple properties, there are multiple animals, and so basically what I am going to say here, what I am going to explain, what I am trying to explain is basically classes are basically blueprint of objects or framework of objects, and each class will have different properties and different methods. Okay, so with that said, let us create a class. Now how you create a class? So classes are basically created with this class keyword. Okay, so this is the keyword with which you can create class. Now it is time to give it a name. So let me create a class, let's say user. Okay, so we have this class user, or let us create animal class. Okay, just like our example. So we have this animal class and then we give this colon here, and you must remember that Pipet recommends us to use Pascal naming convention. Now what is Pascal naming convention? So you can read about it online. Okay, you can Google it. So basically let me tell you in short, Pascal naming convention is you should use a name that starts with capital letter. So you should not give your class a name like this. Instead you can give a name like this. So A must be capital in animal. So you have now created a class. So we have this class here. Now this class will have, it will always have this method. Okay, all the functions inside of class are called as methods. So we have this init method. Okay, init, and remember I am giving these two underscores here and here as well. So these are the two underscores which we are giving here because this is a magic method. Okay, these are called as magic methods. Okay, so basically what this method is doing is basically it is telling that all the properties which are going which I am going to write here, all the code I am going to write here belongs to this animal class. Okay, so this function basically by default takes an argument self. Okay, and you cannot change the name. Basically this function basically takes this argument, okay, not argument, parameter. So this is the parameter which this init method takes. Now you can provide parameters. Let's say name. I have some name, and let's say I have, okay, simply take name. For this example, we are simply taking name. Now what we are going to do is we are going to set this self dot name is equals to name. Okay, so what we are basically doing is we are creating a property called name, and we are storing this value. Okay, the value which we will get from the user, the argument which we will get, this is the parameter, and the argument which we will get will be stored in this self dot name. Okay, so now we have this class here. So now let us create an object of this class. So let me create user, okay, is equals to user, and here let me pass, let's say we have lion. Okay, and now let us print this. Okay, so now let us print user dot name. Now we can access these properties with using this dot operator. We can access user dot name. If we have different methods, we can access those as well. Okay, so let me just print this first. Okay, user is not defined. Sorry, we have animal class. We don't have user class. So let me change this user with animal. Okay, and simply this user with animal as well, and this one as well. So now we have this animal class here. Now as you can see, we have this name which is printed here basically. So you can basically create different functions inside a class, and those functions are called methods, and the functions which start with and end with double underscores are called as magic methods. So we are going to learn about these magic methods in separate video, and we are going to learn a lot about them. So basically we have now a class, we have this class animal. Basically this class is a blueprint for an object, and this is now our object which we have created. Animal is an object now, and we can access the properties just like this. So animal dot name. So if I have multiple properties, let's say animal dot, let's say weight, let's say animal dot speed. Okay, and let me change these as well. So speed, and the one which we have is weight. So now we have these properties, and similarly here let me add those parameters. So speed and weight. Okay, so now we have these name, weight and speed, and we can pass them here. Okay, so we have lion, let's say it weighs around 100 kgs, and let's say the speed is 60 kilometers per hour. Okay, so the running speed actually. Now we can access these properties as well, just like the name which we accessed before. So you can access animal.name, animal.weight and animal.speed, and let me run it. Now as you can see, lion 160, all of these properties are now printed here. So just like that you can create your classes, and then you can provide some properties to those classes. So now we have provided those properties here. So let us do one thing. Now let us change this animal dot name. You can change your values directly from here. So let us change the name to tiger. Okay, so now what I have done here is I have updated the value of name here with tiger. Now let me simply print this animal dot name, and you will see that we have successfully changed the name to tiger. So what we have basically done is we have the same object, and we can create different properties for that object, and then we can access those properties either, or we can change those properties directly in next program. So what we are basically doing is we are creating an object here. Okay, this is an object which we have. Okay, so this object is having these properties. So just like name, weight and speed, and these properties are then changed, or we can manage those properties, or we can access those properties here. Okay, so just like that, basically we have learned that what classes are, what is their structure and all. So what is the syntax of classes. So now let us create another method. So now each animal can walk. So let us create a walk method. Okay, so this will take a self as well, and let us simply print, hi, I can walk. Okay, so animal can't say that, but I'm giving this text here. Okay, so we have this animal class now, and now we can simply access animal dot walk. Okay, so as you can see the symbol here, this symbol is a method symbol. Okay, and if you will see the same for name, you can see the different symbol here. So this symbol basically denotes that which are properties and which are your methods. So let us create this walk method, and with using this walk method, now let me run this code. And now as you can see, we have this tiger first of all, and here I can walk. So you can create different methods and different properties for your object. So now here I have this first walk method, and these are the properties for my object animal. Okay, so we can create different objects just like that. This was a basic and very simple example. Hope you understood this. So let me explain it to you again in a short manner. Okay, so we have a class named animal. Basically, what are classes? Classes are blueprints, or you can say frames or frameworks for objects. Now each class will hold some properties and some methods. So simply assume that you have a car class. Now each car will have different model, different shape, different speed. Okay, so basically the speed. Okay, so the speed, the weight of the car, the you can say top speed of the car, the acceleration of the car, all of these are properties of your car. And on the other hand, the functionalities, okay, the functionalities which your car has, like racing, like drifting. So basically these are some methods which your car has. Okay, so just like that you can assume, you can imagine the what classes are. So basically classes will have multiple properties and multiple methods. So you can access those methods, and you can change those you can access those methods and properties, and you can change those properties later in your programs. So with that said, we have successfully completed our today's video on object oriented programming, and from onwards we will learn about this object oriented programming concept a lot. So thank you for watching this video guys, and I will see you in the next video.